It's the Brad and John Show.
It is the Brad and John Show. Today's date is the 20th of January, 2026. This is the B block, which means it's the Bravo block. And John, what do we do in the Bravo block?
It's time for Brad's Top 3.
It's time for Brad's Top 3.
John is so correct. We do the top 3. And we start off with...
It's number 3.
John, this is an interesting number 3 because of the fact that I get these from time to time. Do people send you like text, hey, here's some self-improvement that you might be able to help you out? You know what I'm saying? Do you ever get those? Or people know you're perfect and they don't do that? But
No, are they spam messages or are they people that you actually know send you stuff?
they're people I know, and I've got...
Oh, no, Brad.
Yes.
That would get you blocked on my phone. But what kind of tip did you get?
Okay, this is a little bit funny. Maybe not funny, but I think it's humorous because of the fact that I get, and this is like the third or fourth time someone has sent this to me, 174 hertz, the solfeggio frequency. Do you know what I'm talking about, John?
I have no idea.
Okay, this is all over the internet, and 174 hertz, that's a frequency. It's an audio frequency, and I'll just read you this. 174 hertz is believed to stimulate alpha brain waves and the vagus nerve, leading to pain relief, stress reduction, and deep relaxation. And for example, there is a YouTube video, very popular on YouTube, which has, I think, millions of views. And the YouTube video is titled 174 hertz solfeggio pain relief pure tone sleeping. And it's 9 hours, 9 minutes, and 9 seconds long. And supposedly, these solfeggio frequencies, it's spelled S-O-L-F-E-G-G-I-O. These frequencies do these things to your body, and what you do is you're supposed to listen to this frequency. Okay, so someone sent this to me yesterday, and it's about the third or fourth time I get it. And when I got this yesterday, I listened to the frequency. I thought, that's not 174 hertz. So I go into the studio, and I've got a very accurate tone generation, and I dial up 174 hertz. And literally, the tone that was sent to me by, and this is a post, it was originally, I think, on Facebook or something like that, of the solfeggio frequency, is not the right frequency. So, in consideration of our audience and me trying to help everyone who listens to this show, because God, if you listen to this show, you need help. You know what I'm saying,
You
John?
need some help. For
You
sure.
need some help. This is 174 hertz. Are you ready, John?
I'm ready.
You feeling that, John? You feeling it?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, he's speechless. He's.
Yeah, what I don't get about this, Brad. So first of all, I think what you're telling us is that someone on the internet and particularly Facebook posted something that wasn't accurate. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
That's a shocker. Now, to your credit, so if I saw something like this, I obviously wouldn't click on it because I'm not going to believe something some boomer is posting on Facebook, and I'm going to move on with my day. You are so attuned, pardon the expression, to frequencies that you're going to know that something sounds close to whatever that's claiming or not. But I guess, can you imagine the percentage of people that would see this? And this is one of those things that's not partisan or ideological. People that would see some sort of a Facebook post about a tune and a megahertz and a something, and take it at face value and connect their stupid old people large screen backlit phone to an electrical outlet at night and play some sort of annoying tone because they think it's going to help them sleep.
Well, and that's sad because, and like you said, that's a point well taken, because I've done this for, 10 decades. And in my studio here at the radio station, I've got a spectrum analyzer and I've got a Lasigius display, which shows phase relationship. And when I'm producing commercials and things like that, I pay close attention to my spectrum analyzer, and I know if you said to me, okay, give me a 1,000 hertz tone, which is very common in radio for setting things up, I don't think I could hit it, just like saying, doo. I probably come close to it, but this one was so far off because it was a higher tone. And when you get down into the 174 hertz range, anything below 200 is considered to be like bass frequencies, like a bass guitar and stuff like that. And this tone was probably, I would say, if I had to guess, I could probably run it through my spectrum analyzer and take a look at it. I'd probably say to 500-600 hertz. So it's way off. It wasn't even close. And yet people are sending this to their friends. Oh, you need to sit in your bathtub and listen to Solfeggio Frequency 174 hertz, and your life will be turned around. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just one of those things, Brad. And I very brusquely a few weeks ago, when I was talking about your redistricting idea and your idea, which you heard from someone else, to take districts and make them rectangles, and I said something that was probably slightly hurtful. Let me take accountability. That is hurtful. Which, when I said that a lot of your ideas sound smart to dumb people, this is the type of idea that sounds smart to dumb people because they're just not going to fact check it in a way that someone brilliant like Brad Hildebrand would do. Well,
John, it sure sounds smart to me. Does that make me a dumb person then, I guess?
Yeah, I don't know. And I wonder, what's the profit angle of this?
I don't know.
So if you're some, 70-year-old woman and you're posting, let's say, God forbid, you're not trying to single-handedly sponsor a woman's conference and leave Brad Hildebrand out of it, and you don't know how to market it, but you're a 70-year-old boomer woman and you're posting this on Facebook. What do you get from it? Do you think that you sound smart to your friends? Is there an accompanying course that you can buy or an audio frequency that you could download from Apple? Like, what's the profit motive on this?
John, I don't know if I told you this or not, but my friend Nina has a voodoo doll, and I just felt a pin go into my back.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
which is ironic because she'd rather you stuck something of yours into her.
Oh, jeez, Louise. Okay, it's time for number 2.
It's time for Brad's number 2. It's time for Brad's number 2.
This was sent to me by Info Dude, and this is reference to what we talked about yesterday with Josh Hawley, with the infamous video of him running. There's a short clip of him. Remember, the Post-Dispatch had this thing about he puts up his fist, but yet he runs. Remember the editorial, the Tony Messenger?
Yeah. It's been a big meme for the left for 5 years. They've taken the clip and they've put it to Benny Hill music and other wacky audio.
Okay, the interesting part of this is, and once again, once again, it's interesting situation in that Info Dude has found this, and it's fascinating. The interesting part of it was that Josh Hawley was the last person to run by this hall. If you watch the whole video, there's a, shall we say, gaggle of senators and representatives running through the hallway. And when I say gaggle, as I sat there and watched it a couple times, I would say probably 30 to 40 senators and representatives running past this hall. If you know the video we're talking about, it was taken, I think it was like a security cam video, and it's down a hall, and there's a hall that crosses at a right angle. So you see these people briefly run past the end of this hall, okay? So previous to Josh Hawley running past this camera, like I said, there's like 30 or 40 people running past it. And the interesting thing is, and if you watch the video, the police, the campus, I guess they were not the campus, but the Capitol Police who were standing in this hall, they're waving their arms like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. So in other words, they're encouraging the people to run, and Josh was the last guy to run past the camera. But if you were to go to investigate this video and identify the other gaggle of people in there, there's probably a bunch of Dems and Republicans running by. Get what I'm saying, John?
I get exactly what you mean. So shout out to Mike Otten for pointing that out.
Yes.
And I guess if you're Hawley's team, since that day, since January 6, 2021, you face the conundrum of you want to set the record straight and point out what Mike points out there, which is that there's dozens of members of Congress that were running because they were encouraged by Capitol Police. But if you're Hawley, it's like the Streisand effect. If you call out the fact that it's inaccurate, you're just going to end up spending time talking about the fact that you were running through the halls of the Capitol because of protesters.
Right. And here's what I'm going to do. I just went into Mike's text that he sent me yesterday, and I just sent you. This is on the first thefirst.tv.com, and the title is January 6th Lie Debunked. New footage debunks the Josh Hawley running away tape. And it does show him, but it shows all the other people as well, too. So once again, John, do I use that too much? Once again, it's our media that is biased. Because have you ever seen any other video than just Josh Hawley running past this hallway?
I have. In the hidden folder on my iPhone, I have several videos of AOC jogging, but she's not in the Capitol and she's not in business attire.
I was going to say something about that, but I won't. Okay.
I think we should bounce to story number 1. You see where I went with that, Brad?
That's what I was going to say. Okay, number 1.
And now, big finish, Brad's number.
The big story, at least for sports fans, was the college football championship last night. And as I understand from my football buddies, it was quite a game. Okay, but it was overshadowed by the fact.
Oh, Brad, one of your favorite chicks. Would you say she's in danger?
No.
Does she go to Abella? Simply Abella?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I preempted you. I was a little premature. I'm sorry, Brad.
No. This is shadowed by the fact that during a press conference, the quarterback for Miami, Carson Beck, was asked a question by a reporter. Do you know what I'm talking about, John?
No, I haven't seen this at all. What was he asked? Is this before the game or after?
Before the game, because it was yesterday morning. The game was last night. Or maybe I don't know if this was over the weekend, but it was before the game. In one of these, press gaggle kind of things, a presser, we're talking to the quarterback, Carson Beck. And the other interesting part of this story is supposedly this was a interesting matchup between the two quarterbacks, because the other quarterback, his relatives are from Cuba, and supposedly Carson Beck's relatives are from Cuba, and they were down in Miami. Okay, so a reporter asked him if he had been in class this week or last week, and how this was affecting his
Yeah. And what did he say about going to class, bro? He hasn't been in class in how long?
Let me see if I can find the exact quote. Okay.
And so this wasn't yesterday, but this was a few days ago.
Yes. When asked if he attended class early in the week, ahead of Monday night's game, he laughed off the question. No class. I graduated 2 years ago.
Yeah, isn't that great? Isn't that what college athletics is supposed to be?
Beck, who attended Georgia before transferring, added that he's, quote, working toward other degrees now that I've gotten to Miami, but those programs take a little longer than just a year to finish. So he's a grad student. Kid.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. He's still a student at the University of Miami, isn't he?
Somebody told me that, what was it, the University of Texas Longhorns, wherever they are in Austin. Somebody said, and they were talking about this yesterday, because I did listen to a little sports radio yesterday to see if they talked about this, and they said that on some of the teams, half the teams, if you blindfolded them and took them downtown in these various cities and said, okay, find the campus, they couldn't find the campus because they've never been there before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I get the point. And good thing for this quarterback, to be honest. He doesn't have to go to class.
And he says, obviously, I'm not enrolling again next semester. I'll be done after this season. So, and here the article goes on to say, that response turned heads on social media. College football is dead, one person wrote. Bro turned college athlete into full-time career. Playing college football but not attending class for 2 years is crazy. Beck doubled down in his comments, commitment to the football program. And he says, I live in the facility. That's about it. If I'm not at the facility, I'm at home, and I just kind of bounce back and forth. It's been that way for about the past month. So he doesn't even stay at the facility all the time. He goes home on weekends. No, not weekends. He can play on weekends. He comes home during the week. So it's like, what in the world? What a scam this is. I
don't think it's a scam, Brad. The University of Miami is making money. Fans are buying merchandise. They didn't win last night. But you know what? The university is making money. What's the big deal? Everybody loves it. I mean, you might have some fuddy-duddies like Brad Hildebrand that used to attend class all the time.
I did.
How old school is that, Brad? I thought you were going in the direction of the camera cameo last night that is all the talk of social media.
What's the camera cameo? I don't know about that one.
A camera, on the nationally televised telecast, which I think was ESPN and ABC, at a critical point in the game, a cameraman pointed the camera on a beautiful female University of Miami fan. And around the world, I think it's fair to say, a lot of men said, oh my gosh, never mind. It was I guess you could probably, based on what I read, not on personal experience, put her like a top 5 adult film star.
Oh, really?
In the crowd. Yeah, at the game. And so there are a ton of memes, Brad. If you look up University of Miami camera cameo, something like that, there's a bunch of memes that are essentially like every man in America said, hey, never mind. And then the wives are like, what? Who was that?
They knew who it was.
Brad, it is amazing. And what I thought of this morning, so I read about this morning because I didn't watch the game live. I only watched highlights. And what I was thinking this morning was, can you imagine her social media this morning of the number of searches for her name this morning and the number of explanations that gentlemen throughout the country are giving to lady friends in their life of why they reacted that way live.
Do you remember, I think it was like 9 or 10 years ago, the Brent Musburger thing? It was the same thing. It was the national championship.
Yeah,
you know
it was during the Tostitos Bowl, yeah.
Where they shot a picture of, I can't remember his name.
AJ McCarron's girlfriend, who was super hot.
Right, AJ McCarron. By the way, I think he was in town.
He was our quarterback.
Yeah, he was
while.
quarterback for the what do they call them? The Purple Stallions. What isn't that the name of the team?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so, and Brent Musburger, the cameraman, shot a picture of his girlfriend, and Brent's going like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. I want to jump in the stands, and I want to see her, I want to touch her, I want to kiss her. I didn't say that, but he might as well have said that.
Yeah, it was a slight exaggeration, right. But yeah, she was featured there in the national.
And people are going.
That reminds us of the Jenn Sterger situation. Jenn came to prominence during the whole Brett Favre scandal, but during a nationally televised game, Jenn was in the crowd as a Florida State fan. And I believe it was Musburger, or I forgot who it was, said, a generation of young men have just decided that they want to go to Florida State because they showed her in a nice, revealing jean shorts and T-shirt getup.
Oh, man, I tell you what. And you know what? I'm all for it. Brent Musburger, he's like 85 now. Did you know that?
I believe it. Yeah, he sounds pretty good. Brad, you had a radio friend that would do a voice check every year and send it to his friends and say, if my voice isn't where it needs to be, tell me and I'll hang it up right now. And that man was Brent Musburger.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, it was? That's Brent Musburger.
No, it's another friend of mine and quite honestly, I mean, I tell you this, and I think it started that. I think he did hang it up because, and Brent Musburger.
Because he sent out that informal focus group and people said, hey, you're not sounding as good as you used to. And he said, it's okay. Brad Hildebrand was doing my audio Monday morning. That's why it sounds terrible.
Boy, John's just all over me today. Brent Musburger was born in 1939. He's 4 years younger than me. He's 86. And he still sounds...
he's 4 years younger than your kayfabe birthday. And I looked it up, and it was Brent Musburger that pointed out Jenn Sterger in the stands, which led to her ESPN career, which led to Brett Favre sending her an inappropriate picture. Yeah. And you know what? We have Brent Musburger to thank for Brett Favre's you-know-what pick.
The interesting thing about this is maybe we need to call up Jason Law and say, Jason, dude, last time we had you on the air, you were dissing Steve Ellman because of his age. Brent Musburger is 86 and he's still calling college football and he's still doing a damn good job at it. What the hell's wrong with you? No, matter of fact, I think he moved to Las Vegas with his son and they made a ton of money with their radio network, which they sold. I don't know if you know that story or not.
No, he moved to Palm Springs. He was really low on money, so he shacked up with Dave Murray. He rented a shed in Dave Murray's backyard.
No, he started his own radio network, and that was one of the people who listeners to KSLQ this frequency know. For a while, it wasn't wasn't religious. It wasn't KFUO. It was sports betting stuff that people are complaining about. Why did your station go to sports betting? Okay, that wasn't my deal. So, but anyway, the point of it being is, I believe he was the play-by-play guy for the Raiders games when they moved to and this was just a couple years ago. I have to read the bio because I mean the guy and what's his face, the other guy, the Monday Night Football guy, Al. What's his name? Al. You know who I'm talking about?
Al Michaels.
Al Michaels. Al Michaels is like 82, and he still sounds good.
Hey, speaking of old people that get confused, take a look at your text messages, Brad. And someone we know had a fantastic punchline. So I'll ask you as an old person, not a listener to our show. Do you think you can read that on the air? Or is that just forbidden to say on the air?
I'm not going to read it, but you can, maybe in C Block, which is coming up.
No, I'll leave it. I don't know. I think a listener said, why would I be, when she meant, why wouldn't I be? But anyway, Brad, we are way over time, and it's all Brent Musburger's fault.